we go.
All right. Good evening, IHSA football family. This is Coach Big Pete, aka Peter Leinweber of DeepDishFootball.com. Make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. Make sure you visit DeepDishFootball.com as well. I'm also on TikTok too. I know it's crazy. All right, now to my co-host, Mr. Patrick Codo. Mr. Patrick Codo, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. That's right. It is me, the co-host of DuPage Run and Shoe, Patrick Codo, a sports reporter at NCTV 17. Follow me at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you want to check out, everyone, make sure to check out nctv17.org. And then, of course, if you want to email me at petecodo@nctv17.org. Pete, we got a good show tonight coming. Let's go.
We do, sir. Yes, we do. All right, let's get to round one scores. Not surprises. Ryan 20-52 against Lyle 7. Nah.
Not surprised at all. Tough draw for Lyle. The fact that props they got in too. They were screwed at one point, but they didn't give up. It just sucked they had to play the defending 3A state champs.
And again, big shout out to Coach Parpet. This was his last season. Well deserved to go out in the season, go into the playoffs. And
maybe help out your son on Matia's staff. Yes, there you go.
Definitely. I know that's his nephew.
Oh, nephew. How about your nephew on Matia's staff and his assistant?
Yeah, Parpet's a hell of a coach, and it's going to be a sad day when Mr. Parpet is not going to be coaching. He's a hell of a football coach. I have a lot of respect for him. He's the only coach that I know that could challenge a bunch of coaches on the field, and that's why I love him. He's a hothead, and I'm a hothead too. God bless him. We'll be missed. Sure.
Love it.
IC 63, King 0.
Good start for IC.
Again, Chicago. Some of the Chicago public schools got a shellacking. So yeah.
Oh yeah. There's some Chicago schools got.
Yeah. Yep. Kankakee. Providence 17. Weed Academy 3. All right, Weed Academy, even though it's a loss, but hell of a game.
I mean, first of all, we had a lot of. This is one of those surprising. Well, I'm actually no, not surprised. One of these dangerous 5-4 teams. Providence. Look who they played against this year. Mm-hmm. Providence had Providence had the momentum. Like, it was scoreless until the end of the first quarter when Lucas Proudfoot, badass name by the way, with a 58-yard touchdown to Alex Gibson, and that really, did the trick to pull the 17-3 upset.
Yep, and again, Lucas Proudfoot is a hell of a player.
Huge win for the Celtics.
And they got some young and upcoming freshmen, sophomores for the upcoming seasons. But all in all, this season, Providence Catholic looks unbelievable. It definitely
back. Well, and maybe in a couple years or so, they can grab another state championship.
Yep. St. Francis 63 and Marengo 0. Any surprise there?
Nope. Good start for St. Francis.
Yep. Nazareth 48, Glenbard South 22. Knew it was
Okay. This should not be a surprise at all.
Yeah.
It's not.
No,
it really isn't. I mean, look who Naz played this year as well. I mean, what's funny, too, the game started off with Jalen Brown's 66-yard TD run, like we were talking about last week, but the Roadrunners and Justin Taylor had a few more things to say. Literally, they won on a 48-0 run.
And it was a bad pairing. And
there were a lot of bad pairings, Pete, but you know what, Pete?
You
can't overlook these teams.
Yeah, you can't.
It's playoffs. Any team's going to be good.
Yes, I agree. And like you said, I don't consider it an upset. Wheaton North 35, Willowbrook 14.
Well, obviously, Wheaton North obviously looked at the tape against Willowbrook last year, saying, "Guys, we can score more than 10 points. Let's run up their throat," and they did.
Yep. And again, a big shout for Willowbrook getting to the playoffs.
22-2 these past two seasons are the Falcons.
Yes, it's impressive. That's a testament also to coaching as well, including the kids as well too.
Done a great job.
DGN 46, Lincoln Park 0.
Not much of a surprise.
Not much of a surprise either. Neuqua Valley.
Good warm up for the big one.
Yes, definitely. Neuqua Valley 37, Lane 0, Lane Tech.
No surprise. In case you're wondering, no, Menike is not hurt. They just rested him in the second half.
Okay, good.
He is okay. They just rested him because they got a big one too.
Yeah. Lombard West 38, Lockport 7. Very impressive with Lombard West.
The defending state champs in 8A are no more, but hey, props to the Lockport Porters for getting back to state. Get back to the playoffs. It's not easy to do.
Yep.
Sucked that you had to draw Lombard West, but Lombard West is an excellent football team.
Yep. And again, Lombard West is.
I know more. That offense just exploded.
And I think that loss to York in the regular season, I think brought the beast out of them. And I think Lombard West,
as it should.
It's going to be a dangerous. It's definitely going to be a dangerous team. Talking about that, York 31, Oswego East 10. York gets the big first game win in the playoffs.
First playoff win since 2010 for York.
Wow.
And the third time in school history that they have double-digit wins.
Awesome. That's awesome. And congratulations to Coach Fitzgerald, Manvez, and all.
Nice warm-up for their next game.
Yeah, that's another one too. Marist, talking about teams with a dry spell. Marist 42, Naperville North 28. Naperville North again doesn't get past the first round.
First, what is wrong with I swear to God, the committee is literally putting Marist like, oh, we'll just put Marist right here, and then they'll probably beat the shit out. Like, give them a higher seed because look who they lost to. Look who they lost to, for Christ's sakes. This is no surprise that Marist won. Dermot Smythe and Lofgren, that team came out on fire, as they should, and beat the shit out of Naperville North. Yeah. But that was a tough draw for North. I feel bad for Aiden Gray, hell of a quarterback, But there's a lot of excitement, though, for these future Huskies. Yep. Cole Arlo returns the next season. Huh?
Jacob Bell.
Yeah, Jacob Bell. Luke Williams is back. You get the young Petaway. There's some excitement for the Huskies, too. Zach Malley had a fantastic sophomore year, and the sophomore squad is going to be huge. The line is always good for North. Yeah, no, North will be back this year. They'll be back. They'll be back.
They have to get over that first hump, and that's the first playoff one.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it failed again.
Yep.
And that game was completely out of hand right away.
We had a nice little game going on. Palatine 31, Downers Grove South 23. Downers Grove South leaves at the first round. What a game!
I want to give some props to Downers Grove South. First of all, if we had to pick like most improved team, Downers Grove South. This is the team that just limped their way into the playoffs last year. This year they caught fire. They just ended up on the wrong end, but they made it a game. It all started, after a Dominic Bell touchdown run for Palatine. Chris Williams returns the ensuing kickoff. Sure, Palatine went on a 21-3 run to lead 28-16, but then DGS makes it a game again. They fought. They really fought. Yeah.
And that's all you could ask for.
And they're bringing back a lot next year.
Yes, they are. But the big thing is that they're losing Dawson, Amanapong, and O'Houlihan, whatever.
This Mustang team has a lot. This Mustang team has a lot to be proud of. Yep. Very much improved from last season.
Oh yeah, much improved. All right, big defensive battle: Manuka versus Glenbard East.
This game is also not a surprise. What did I tell you about Manuka?
Yeah,
they came to play. Well, it's funny too. The Rams defense did make a stop on the goal line.
Yeah.
The only problem is they gave up a safety.
Yeah.
Which then resulted in Manuka touchdown. But then the Rams sparked back, make it 9-7. But Manuka made the plays they needed to win the game. And Glenbard East also got eaten alive by 15 penalties. You cannot let that happen in the playoffs.
And I've been very impressed with the Manuka defense. I was very impressed, especially with their secondary. Again, the ability to get penetration on that offensive line. Glenbard East. Manuka is a team that we have to keep an eye out for.
Absolutely, yeah. Another good 5-4 team.
And another DuPage Valley team goes down. Lions 26, Naperville Central 17.
What's funny too? Naperville Central looked dead in the water. Like, yep, they're done. Yeah. Not exactly. A couple of Chris McCormack touchdowns. One to Jay Conway, the other to Logan Divick. Finally, they find Divick. I'm surprised he hasn't been targeted that much this year. They had a shot late in the game, but they gave a safety. They had a shot.
it, it's not shocking. Honestly, I thought Naperville Central was going to have a tough season this season, but they actually.
I was gonna. There's nothing for Central to hang their heads about. Like we talked about in the summer show, a lot of new faces were coming into this team, and they are really what they fought really well. You got six sophomores on the team who are returning next year. You get DeVic back, you get Chris Byrne back, you get a couple of key offensive linemen back. Maverick Oley returns.
Yes.
The quarterback position is so far a battle between Jack Cook and big boy Sebastian Hayes. Unfortunately, he missed his whole sophomore season because of an ACL tear, but don't be surprised to see Sebastian Hayes under center next season.
And Maverick Ole is going to be a top recruit coming out of the state of Illinois.
And these sophomores, soon to be juniors, they went 8-1 their freshman year.
Impressed.
Now, the sophomore team struggled this year because obviously they brought some sophomores up onto the varsity team.
Yeah.
But, a lot of juniors will be back. No, Central football, they'll be good again next year. They'll be really good.
Okay.
But, props to the season. McCormack played a really good year. The team, it was a good season for Central.
And McCormack was very impressive. And
he can run, he can throw, he can do it all.
I think the big losing piece in that is going to be Tyler Dodd. They're going to miss Tyler.
I'm sure they'll reload the running game. I was chatting with a couple of the players and stuff, but it looks like they're going to roll with Nick Zabialet and Gavin Wade in the backfield.
And if they want to, they can do the Naperville Central thing. Start recruiting.
Like everyone else does.
True, very true.
Wonder how North got the petaways from Waubonsie.
And that is Patrick Codo, if you want to throw batteries at him.
Well, Waubonsie's going to be good next year, so.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying.
And we get into the round 2 games. Not that many DuPage games like we had last year, if I'm not mistaken.
No, not really. Holy shit. We flew this one.
Yep. Stillman Valley takes on IC. Stillman Valley had a great season. They lost their last game. And Stillman Valley, again, Porter Needs is a player that you got to keep an eye out for.
Exactly.
On IC has been totally impressive.
And IC has played Stillman Valley before in previous playoff games, and IC has won them all.
Yep.
And no offense, IC is going to make it another one.
Ooh. I think you're right. I think IC is gonna get that, but keep an eye out for Porter Needs from Stillman.
Right. Porter Needs, Owen Zitkis, big names to watch out for. But of course, IC Dennis Mandela needs to keep his thing going.
And like I said, if IC hangs at 14 automatically in the first quarter, it's pretty much over.
Yep.
So, ball possession is gonna be key. St. Francis takes on Evergreen Park.
St. Francis should take care of them.
I feel sorry for Evergreen Park, and I like Evergreen Park. I respect the hell out of those coaches, but this is it's not a fair matchup. This is not a fair matchup.
Nope.
And St. Francis will win this game. Alessio's on fire. It's a complete overmatch. Next, we talk about another overmatch. Downers Grove North taking on the Mount Carmel Terrors.
Why does the IHSA have to do it to some teams?
I don't know.
Why? Why do you got to hurt DGN like this? They had a special season. Now it's probably going to end on Saturday to Mount Carmel.
I mean, could they get the upset? Yes.
I would love to see it.
But DGN is going to have to be on top of their game, and I think the big thing will be Sam Reichert. If Sam Reichert can get
turnover, they have to play a turnover-free game. They have to play a near-perfect game.
And if Sam Reichert is able to hang 3-4 touchdowns, then I would say that they get the W. But Mount Carmel's just it's that special type of team where it's that special type of Chicago Catholic school team where like they're going to be in the state finals. We know they're going to be in the state finals.
They are back to their winning ways.
Yes.
We saw how they play this year. They're back to their winning ways.
And Blaney Dowling is an unbelievable quarterback for Mount Carmel. They have a hell of a running back core, an awesome offensive line.
Right.
Defense that gives nightmares. it's going to be a tough game, and DGN's got to be on top of their game. Sam Reichert has to have the game of his life. If he does,
everybody in that Downers Grove South team needs to have the game of their life.
Yeah, no, you're right, and you're right. Lake Zurich travels. It's at Wien North, right?
Yes,
they play Wien North at Wien North. Lake Zurich, unbelievable this season.
I love this match. I love this matchup right here between Lake Zurich and Wheaton North. You know, two well balanced teams, two teams that love offense. It's going to be a heck of a game. You know, Saturday afternoon. Like, I'm excited for this game. I'm pretty excited for this game. You know, and their defense.
Yes,
their defense has only given up double-digit points 3 times this season.
Yes.
It's going to be one of those low-scoring games and stuff.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people were shocked with the big win over Warren Township that Lake Zurich had. Lake Zurich, Ashton Gunek, he's a hell of a player. They have great two-way players on secondary and wide receivers.
Yes, I'm looking at them early and stuff. Tyler Erkman, a Swiss Army knife, is one of them. Yes. Chris Perrone, he'll be on full display. And obviously, another, you know, the Falcons, you know, but they've been battle tested all year in that Duquesne conference.
Yes, and they have a hell of a kicker too, Lake Zurich.
That too, I believe he's nailed kicks. So, yeah, if it comes down to that,
yeah.
Don't count out Lake Zurich.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, Ashton Gunek's going to be a pain in the ass.
I won't be surprised who wins this game.
Yep. And I think Wee North, I think the big thing for Wee North is going to be their passing attack against this Lake Zurich secondary.
Right.
Yes. All right, next one. Nico Valley takes on Lincoln Way East. There you go, Nico Valley. Go crazy.
Okay. This is actually a winnable game for Nico Valley.
It is.
They are fully healthy for the first time in like all season.
Out of all the games, I would say yeah. I would definitely say yeah because just of what Lincoln Way East has and the youth that they have compared to,
and they just have a strong running game.
Yes.
James Kwasinski's going to be on full display tomorrow, but that Nico defense, they are going to be ready to play. You know, you get Medicke, you know, finally back for the first time in a while. You know, that offense is unbelievable with Spatafora, McGee, Larkin, Stair, their big tight end, Mascari. Look, Nico, I will not be surprised if Nico wins.
Yeah,
it'll be good for us if Nico wins.
And you said it right, and I think the big thing will be if Larkin has a big game. I think Larkin needs a big game against Lincoln Way East.
Defense also needs a big game too.
Yes, a tremendous game.
This game could go either way.
Yeah, no, you're right, and I completely agree. Glenbrook South against Glenbard West. Wow.
This is a good game right here. Titans are no team to mess around with this year. They had 11 returners back.
Yes. And Titans have looked unbelievable. They got a sophomore who's an unbelievable star for them.
I don't know.
Yeah. This Glenbard West, it's going to be a tough game. I think a lot of people are overshadowing Glenbrook South. I think Glenbrook South's a hell of a team.
When they shouldn't.
Yeah. So this is definitely going to be a big game. Next, York takes on Marist.
Teams that love offense.
Yes.
Marist playing their second West Suburban Conference team. You know what? Let's go with York.
Yeah. I think York's got a good shot.
Marist, they're gonna have to though keep the plays away from big boy Jamal Howard.
Yes.
And defensive back John Nestor.
And Nestor's an absolute stud. So is Mel.
Obviously, you know, Smythe and Lofgren are going to have another big game, but so is that York offense. This is going to be a shootout.
Yeah, it will be. I definitely agree. I think you're right, sir. I think the big thing will be falling on the York secondary. I think that's going to be huge.
Right.
And yeah, just another Chicago Catholic school coming out to DuPage.
Well, York goes to Marist.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. They go to Marist. I apologize.
The game's at Marist.
Yeah, so definitely a thing to check out. IHSA games of the week because there's not that many in DuPage. Loyola Academy has to travel to Edwardsville.
I love this matchup. I love this
Yep.
matchup right here. Edwardsville has sure they only had 3 losses, but they're 3 good damn losses.
Yes.
O'Fallon, who they got revenge on in the playoffs.
Yes.
East St. Louis only lost to by 19,
Yes.
and then some school Missouri. I think
Yeah.
Edwardsville with the upset.
I think this is an evenly game. I think travel fatigue is going to hit Loyola. I think this is an evenly matched game because of that. Edwardsville, they got they have the players to compete against Loyola Academy.
Absolutely. And this is another free game
Yeah,
that we need.
and this is going to be a big thing game on the trenches and that. And Jake Sterney, he's gonna have to have a huge game in this game. Next one, Batavia takes on Hershey.
Hey, let's go, Batavia. Let's go, Batavia.
Wow, you're not for Hershey? You're
Hey, Batavia is hungry.
okay.
We saw how their season ended last year. They're coming. They're coming.
Yep. Hershey again, their quarterback, unbelievable. Wide receiver core has done a wonderful job. The defense has done an unbelievable job to get them into that undefeated spot. The big thing again is that they got to travel to Batavia, and Batavia's a madhouse.
It's not easy to play Batavia.
No, it's not.
Let's go, Batavia.
Playing Batavia, and again, the big thing I see it right now is the Hershey's running attack and their defense, and how can they go after Batavia's rushing attack as well. And I definitely say again, Ryan Bowe from Batavia is a name that you must keep an eye out for. I think this is another like the Edwardsville Loyola game where it's literally up in the air. But definitely keep an eye out for both teams. And again, keep an eye out for Batavia's Wepley and Batavia's freaking other
Bo.
Whatever.
The quarterback.
Yeah, Whitehall. Sorry.
Whitehall. Yeah, I want Batavia. Go Batavia.
So yeah, definitely a game that you got to keep an eye out for. Definitely. Maine South versus South Elgin. I like this game because what does South Elgin run, my friend?
The triple option. You know what, Pete?
Is...
I'm with you. I believe the triple option. Let's go, South Elgin. I don't think they've ever won a second round playoff game in school history.
The Maine South.
When did the school open up? Not too long ago, right?
I think you're right. At Maine South, they if again, the defense has to be on par against this South.
I'm going with South Elgin.
Okay.
I am going with South Elgin.
Big shout to Coach Dragon and all those guys.
They've been open since they opened in 2005.
Wow. Yeah, big shout.
Let's go, South Elgin.
All right. Next one, Sycamore versus Carmel.
Oof. Sycamore looking to, build on last year's big run. I think Sycamore takes it.
I think just because of this inexperience of Carmel, I think Sycamore is going to get this one. But just Carmel, this is just a team of destiny for next year and the year after that. Coach McKee has done a wonderful job. And again, yeah, I think you're going to have to lean forward towards with Sycamore, no doubt about that.
Right.
Next one, big time game right over here. Normal West takes on East St. Louis. Everyone's going to say East St. Louis.
I love this game. Because that Normal West defense is going to be ready for that East St. Louis offense.
Yes.
How about we go with Normal West?
Ooh. Wow, you're laying out there.
I'm laying out upsets. I'm tired of seeing other teams, win. I want to see new blood.
I think people are just overlooking Normal West, but East St. Louis, that smacking that they
Nope. Oh, nobody paid attention to Normal West this year then. In the amazing season they had.
Yeah.
They had an unbelievable season.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I'm trying to think. Kankakee versus Peoria. Big time game up there.
Definitely big time game indeed. The Kankakee defense played their asses off against Mount Vernon. But this Peoria offense is going to be on full display against Kankakee. I won't be surprised if we get ourselves a nice Texas shootout.
I agree. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think the big thing is Kankakee's defense and Peoria's defense. Which defense stops the offense, or which defense?
Exactly. There's a lot of games right here that are going to be good, but then you think to yourself, okay, which defense is going to do it well?
Yep.
Obviously, whoever for this one, whoever gets the first turnover of the game wins.
Tino Geist is definitely a quarterback that you got to keep an eye out for out of Peoria, and also Malachi Washington.
Washington, yeah, no.
And again, Peoria just loves giving up points. They love getting points, but they also love giving up points.
You can't do that.
And Kankakee had trouble last week against Mount Vernon, so we will see. This is going to be a big
That
game.
was a low-scoring game.
And we go to small school. Chicago Hope Academy travels to Forreston to take on the Forreston Cardinals. Can the Chicago Hope Academy Eagles get the job done?
Undefeated this year, against a really good Forreston team where, they're always making a big run in the playoffs.
I think it's going to be a tough game. Chicago Hope Academy, Millette, he's a hell of a player for them. Davis as well, who's a little bit of a quarterback, and he also plays in the defensive backfield. Chicago Hope Academy, they are on par for a historic run, but this is their biggest test ever. And Forreston,
right?
They play smash mouth football, great offensive line. Big shot to NUIC and Kyle Camp there. But yeah, this is going to be a tough game. And I don't think a lot of people are saying, well, Forreston's going to win this game. Do not doubt the Chicago Hope Academy.
It's going to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be close. I think it's going to be close. All right. We got questions. 2 questions, sir.
Let's go.
All right. So for this round 2, who has the better upset? Downers Grove North or Nequa Valley? For round 2, Brian Lee out of Downers Grove.
Nequa.
I tend to agree with you on that.
Nequa.
Could DGN get it? Yes, but it's just
Nequa's. If I had to bet on who's got the better upset, Nequa all day. Like we said, this is the first time that Nequa Valley's been fully healthy all year. Menike is back. The defense has been unreal all season long, even their losses. Nequa.
All right. I think so. They're just DGN. I think their time is run out, and they got a shitty pairing. They got a shitty pairing to go against.
Ooh.
Yep. And talking about
Downs go north.
And talking about that, from Robert Laughlin of Whedon, should the IHSA separate the playoffs to private to public?
Private to public, like private schools face off and public schools face off.
Face off.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we did this question. I think we got this question before last year. And like I said, I think there's a lot of private schools too that are in trouble of closing as well. And I just don't think it would make sense. There's a lot of private schools that are in trouble because they're losing money. So
losing money, like, but what do you mean losing money?
To keep the school open.
And
you're going to need a certain amount of schools to. So I like the idea. I think it's
using money on those expensive buses. I see.
Yeah. Or they could change the multiplier rule. I think they could change the multiplier rule. I think that would work the most.
Right.
I think that would help out more. I honestly think that would help out more. I can't believe we were talking about Sacred Heart Griffin being 3A.
Oh, Sacred Heart Griffin 3A.
And Montini 2 we were talking Montini 3A as well. If Montini would have made the playoffs, and yeah. So all right, that is it for DuPage Run Shoot Show. We will be back next week, Thursday night, with my co-host Codo. My name is Coach Big Pete, aka Peter Leinweber of Deep Dish Football. Make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Mr. Codo, please take it away, sir.
This is Patrick Codo, the co-host of DuPage Run and Shoot. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm also a sports reporter at NCTV17. Check out our content at nctv17.org. And if you want to email me at pcodo@nctv17.org.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Goodbye, and enjoy some playoff football.